So what do you think about?
Don't. When you start asking hard life questions, like,
Okay, first off, McCormick, you're gonna have to turn off the YouTube in the background. You're in the stream. So, what do you think? What do you have? What do you have for me on the topic? What are we talking about? The focus fallacy.
I've kind of gotten like inside of Black culture too, where they tell you you gotta wait. I got out of a 5-year relationship, probably about 3 years ago, and everybody was telling me you need to focus on yourself, go to school, and just wait on dating. Don't come back out. So now I've been stuck because I've been single. Now,
how long have you been single?
And, well, not from the 5-year relationship. I've been talking to guys, but it's been about 3 years since I've actually been in a real relationship.
You have any children?
No.
So who was telling you that you needed to wait?
My mom, my friends, my aunt.
What is your mother's husband? What did it say?
She doesn't have one, but
okay. Then why are you listening to her? She'll know the fuck she doing.
She definitely doesn't.
I'm trying to say this because so many. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna go ahead. Ladies, let me tell you, your mothers sabotage a lot of you. Your mothers love you, but they don't. They love you. They won't say it, but they don't want to see you do better than them. Because if they do, they will be moving differently. They will be telling you, daughter, don't make the mistake I did. Get a man, do something. Learn how to cooperate with a man. So, what are you doing with yourself?
Well, now I'm in school. So when I got out of that relationship, that I wasn't doing nothing. So he basically took care of me. So now, when I got out of that, I realized that I wanted to do human resources until like now, but that's pretty much. I really got into to sociology because I just wanted to learn more about like it. Not because it's easy, but because I like the research and I really want.
Okay, but when you guys, I want to know when you sat down with the college counselor. And you were picking degrees. Did you pick a degree based upon the careers that it could produce?
No.
No. The answer is no. The answer is no. The answer is no. Yeah, where else can people go sign up for tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt and not know what it's for?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to get to understand. If you're in the humanities, ladies, let me say this to the audience. If you're a woman with a humanities degree, sociology, psychology, communications, business administration, business management, marketing, anything like that, you fucking need a husband. Science, technology, engineering, math, law, medicine, pharmacy, accounting. Those are the kind of degrees that you might not need a husband. Mostly everything else, unless I missed them, if it ain't in the College of Engineering, the College of Mathematics, if it ain't over on that side of the campus with science, technology, engineering, and math, you need a husband. Unless you're going to the law school. And at 27, sociology, and you had a relationship in 3 years, cool. What's next?
I don't have a next.
Okay, at least you're honest. How tall are you?
I'm 5'5", well 5'6", yeah, 5'6".
5'6"? Dress size?
Yeah. I wear 12 in dresses, so I weigh about 180 pounds. I think last time I weighed myself, I was 187 pounds. So I definitely need this. But I used to be 260 pounds when I was in that relationship. So I definitely have, I guess, gotten a little better with weight.
Okay. All right. Let me come back to that. You know everything I'm gonna say. What would I say right now?
in these 3 years, why haven't I been focusing way more?
Well, do you ever want to get married?
Definitely.
In today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 things that you can say to crush the narcissist. So be sure to stick around till the end of the video because you don't want to miss this one. Let's get started. Tammy M. Joyce here, Empowerment Life Coach, creator of the Freedom Class and the Ascension Class. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please take a second to say hello and introduce yourself in the comment section below. And if you're back, welcome back. Thanks for showing up and for tuning in. Either way, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos throughout the week. So let's talk about 10 things that you can say to crush the narcissist. But before we dive into the 10 things, a disclaimer. If you are dealing with someone who has the potential to become violent or otherwise dangerous to yourself or any other vulnerable sentient being, animals, children, the elderly, whoever, this is not the video for you. This video is intended for those of you who are dealing with your, for want of a better way to put it, garden variety destructive narcissist. The individual who is emotionally and psychologically manipulative, abusive, deceptive, toxic, and harmful to a degree. This is not for those of you who are dealing with full-blown psychopaths or sociopaths or otherwise antisocial, high-spectrum, personality disordered individuals who have the potential to become violent or otherwise dangerous. So if that's you, this is not the video for you. Again, this video is intended for those of you who know that you're in a safe place, you're feeling strong, and using any of these strategies, tools, destructive narcissist, we're talking about very spiteful people. Now, typically, their spite will come out through a smear campaign. It's a question of words. They'll smear you to anyone who will listen. They'll say whatever it will take. No boundaries or limits there, no matter how untrue, no matter how cruel, no matter how bizarre, no matter how much projection is involved. More often than not, that's what the backlash is going to be, right? So be prepared that if you are going to use any of the following 10, with intent to take your power back, disengage from the sick, dysfunctional dynamic, and crush the narcissist on your way out, there's likely going to be some backlash, right? We're talking about spiteful people who are very easily slighted. So you want to be prepared for that. You know, eyes wide open, tell yourself the truth. Again, do this from a place of strength with a very specific intent, involving personal empowerment, setting limits and boundaries, making it real clear who you are. I am not a good target. This is not a good place to play your games sort of attitude, right? It's all about the energy that we carry. And no, there's a good chance that something's going to come your way. One way or another, they're going to look for an opportunity to get back at you. More often than not, that's going to come in the way of toxic gossip and a smear campaign. If you're anything like me, who cares, right? Who cares? Those who know me know exactly who I am, what I'm about, where my heart is, who I am as a human being on this planet. And the bottom line is, I know the truth of who I am. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table, right? So we all want to get to that place of being solid in our own personal sense of self, where the backlash that may or may not come doesn't even land, has no effect. If you are affected to a large degree by, what are they going to say? What if they tell lies about me? What if they run around the neighborhood or the office or the whatever? If you are really wrapped up in that sort of fear, you've got work to do. You've got work to do. We have to get to a place where we are standing on the solid foundation of our own sense of self-love and self-esteem. And I know that's a journey. I've not spent my whole entire life. Sorry. I dance for no one. Remember, narcissists are entitled and beyond manipulative. So when you communicate succinctly with crystal clear clarity, I don't owe you anything, not my time, my energy, or any other resource, and your healthy limits and boundaries, right? So you might have to repeat yourself. That's true. You might have to repeat yourself. But when the narcissist comes at you and tests you, not taking no for an answer, I think the best thing that you can say to them is, I've already given you my answer. And silence. Dealing with a narcissist can often feel intimidating because, in spite of outward appearances, when we're talking about people who land on little bullies, completely shame-based at their core. So with that in mind, nothing terrifies a narcissist more than the threat of being found out for who they actually are. If you want to make a destructive narcissist panic, point out flaws, discrepancies in their story, show up with irrefutable proof or evidence. I'm not saying they're going to roll over and agree with what you might be presenting. But if you're looking to make them panic, shining a light on their bullshit and potentially exposing them for who they really are is the fact